Hey everybody, another episode of On the Paint Table. This is my weekly show where you see what I got done, what I'm working on, and what is coming up. So, not a bad week this week. I threw down some stuff for A Song of Ice and Fire. My good old buddy, the world champion of Tabletop Simulator Song of Ice and Fire, Clarence Lee, is going to be coming in with his Night's Watch. He's been painting while the world's been shut down, basically. Did a whole new army for A Song of Ice and Fire. And I figured I would add in some new units to try out with my neutrals. So I painted up my Stormcrows and 2 Stormcrow captains. Also got some base coats done on the GOAT, the greatest of all time, Vargo Hout, and another unit of whatchamacallit, Stormcrows are all cleaned up. Now I don't have any Stormcrow archers. Owen has a unit of them. I'm not a huge fan of them, to be honest with you, but I do have some plans to get some of the Zorse Riders and the Bloody Mummers, which didn't come out until I think this weekend, so I don't have a chance to play with them. The next 3 games of Song of Ice and Fire, you'll see, won't have my GOAT army basically ready to go yet. But that is the plan. I want to start a non-Bolton army. The Stormcrows are cool, but I feel like they're a better padding for my neutrals as opposed to the Bloody Mummers, which actually have like a cavalry unit and an infantry unit, and then you can pad it with Stormcrows. So they're a little more like the Boltons, where they have some options they can throw down. I do still need to get a unit of Bolton Blackguard as well to try out. I'm excited about them, but Cutthroats are so good. I feel like just painting more Cutthroats might be the way to go. But I did get my Vargo Hope base kitted as well. I got some stuff to paint for Blood Bowl. Jesus, what edition is this? 6th edition? 1, 2, 3. I'm trying to do it in my head. Hang on. 4, 5, 6, 7. I think this is 8th edition of Blood Bowl. I think so. Someone way more versed in Blood Bowl is gonna correct me in the comments, but this is a lot of editions of Blood Bowl now. I'm stoked for it. I really hope I get to review it. I'm not sure if I will or not, but I got a Chaos Army, the Doom Lords, that I really want to paint up. I love the new Chaos team models, and yeah, I want to get them all painted up and ready to go. So I have a new second edition, no, not second edition, new edition team ready to play some Blood Bowl with, when it all comes down. And then, yeah, and I've been playing a whole bunch of 2nd edition Frostgrave with Owen. He has the coolest, yeah, you'll see the Let's Play actually not this week coming, but the week after. And then there's gonna be, he didn't have his new wizard concept done for the Let's Play, but when you see what it actually is, it's amazing. It's coming. We've played a couple games so far. You'll see us go back and forth on our channels because we both love Frostgrave. And I'm hiring a new Templar. So I'm using Paxton Dark, my Necromancer from the Perilous Dark series, which I'll pick up again with 2nd edition rules. So having paused it basically with this 4th episode, there's 6 episodes left of the solo stuff. But I wanted to play 2nd edition, so we'll jump in and try a little bit more after that. And yeah, so I'm using Paxton and friends, Paxton, Killian, Jeeves the Zombie, and all that stuff, and I got a Templar to paint up. So yeah, this Templar is joining a Necromancer for reasons. Anyway, it's been converted out of the Deus Vult plastics, as well as some bits from the Frostgrave Soldiers 2 and Barbarian Spear, I believe. So anyway, I'll show you what I got done and what is coming up. Here's my finished pile, all painted with Citadel contrast paints for the most part, and then some metallics and a few highlights. I got some Stormcrows, unit of Stormcrow Mercenaries, and 2 Stormcrow Captains all done, because the Captains are amazing in pretty much any faction. 1 point for a whole bunch of buffs when you're holding the money bag is, the purse is amazing. So here we are. They're all done with just various contrasts over the Gray Sear primer, and then just giving some highlights in the skin and some washes on the metallics, and that's it. I'll be honest, I think from now on, because the Song of Ice and Fire, you got to paint so many miniatures. It's one of those rank and flank games where you do a lot of painting. Contrast is ideal for this because my schedule doesn't really allow me to spend a whole bunch of fine detail time on a game like this, but it allows me to crank out units really fast. And then 2 captains, who I'm also really happy with, and they'll just jump into different units. The bases were just textured with some ballast, and then painted with Dryad Bark, dry brushed with, I believe, Astronomicon, no, Astro something, the medium gray from GW, and then a bit of the Pallid Witch Flesh on the edges just to tone it down. The tufts are all Highland tufts from Army Painter, and then the same process of dry brushing was done on the movement tray as well, with Old Hawk Turquoise with a bit of white mixed into it for the arc markings. And then over here, what's coming up? The Doom Lords, Chaos Chosen Blood Bowl team. I love these miniatures. I bought this box ages ago when the current edition of Blood Bowl came out, and mostly just because I loved the Chaos Warriors themselves, and I had aspirations about converting them as well for Mordheim. But now that there's another edition of Blood Bowl coming, I'm just gonna straight up play with them. I love these minis, and I love that the frames come with all your tokens and stuff too. You get your coin, you get your movement, your turn marker, your rerolls marker, everything you need. And they're big and chunky and fun, so I'm stoked. I'm gonna paint a team of these. And you even get decals, which is nice. I mean, Blood Bowl's always been notorious for giving you decals, but look at this sheet of decals. Oh my God. It's everything in white and black, so you can paint them basically in any palette and still be able to see your markings, which is rad. So I'm stoked about this. This is gonna be just a fun little side project as we get close to the release. Then we got Vargar Hote, the Go to Harrenhal, just with his base coats thrown down with some contrast paint, and his base done. And then these guys are just cleaned up. So I just cleaned all the burrs and the extra little bits of flashing off of them. And then here's my little Templar, all converted up. She's ready to get some paint on her for Frostgrave. And I really enjoy second edition Frostgrave. It's silly and fun. And we're doing silly, fun wizard concepts too. So you'll see more of that coming up. And so there you go, another On the Paint Table done. And on the books, I'm stoked to get 14 more models painted. Again, I have no idea where I'm at for the year anymore. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. So I'm recording some games with Clarence today. He should be here in about an hour. And then I am taking the next week off. This is my summer week, so the kids and I are going to go to the cottage. And yeah, and like drop pictures and play board games and play cards and go swimming in the lake and all that stuff. So I'm gonna be doing a reduced schedule next week. You'll see videos, battle reports Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I might do check-ins, just like do like maybe a YouTube live video or something like that on my phone while I'm out there, and not think too much about anything. So yeah, I think what you see is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday you'll see battle reports. Saturday, Sunday you might see just like a check-in video, or because I'm not gonna get anything painted. I'm not taking any paints with me. I'm doing no work stuff. I might do some writing, actually. I do want to do some writing, but no paint and work stuff, guys. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you next week for a couple battle reports and then just some various check-ins. Until next time, I'm Ash. Have a great week. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to support the channel, of course, like and subscribe and hit the little bell below so you get notifications when I post future content. I do post stuff 7 days a week. If you want to support the channel further, you can, of course, buy a t-shirt through Spreadshirts, buy a measuring gauge or objective markers from Deathray Designs, or, of course, most importantly, there is Patreon. Patreon is what makes all this possible, keeps the lights on, pays for the studio costs, pays for the equipment, model costs, and everything else, and most importantly, puts food in my kids' bellies and a roof over their heads. Big thanks to everyone, past, future, who supported me. I do this stuff because of you guys, and of course, I will continue doing it as long as I can.